Hi guys, Model Muppet here, how you doing? Today I'm having a look at the Dead Space 3 demo that's out on the PS3. And it's looking pretty good, I gotta say. Graphics are very nice, it maintains that great atmosphere that's been there in the previous versions of Dead Space. A couple of minor things with it that I wasn't keen on. I'll mention those as and when they come up. But overall it's looking pretty cool, as indeed is our hero. See what I did there? Because he's like all frozen and I said it's looking pretty cool. Oh, never mind, never mind. I do my best. I do my best. Yeah, get the helmet on. I love the suits that they have in Dead Space series. I do think they've got a really distinctive look about them. And I like the fact that it's got the health meter on the back there. You can see that thing glowing red for those of you who aren't familiar with the game. But yeah, I like the way that they display that sort of information on the suit rather than have a health bar somewhere. For those of you that aren't familiar with the game, they do the same with the little doodad that lets you slow down time with your enemies. That semicircle you can see on the back of your pack, that's an indicator for that. So yeah, I like that they represent those information in game. Taking care of business. The enemies that you're facing here, they really are scary, and I love that gore that when you stamp on them. I'm not a violent person, but yeah, you gotta love that. So with Dead Space 1, Dead Space 2, I did play them both, but I gotta confess, I didn't finish them. That's not a reflection on the games themselves, it's just I've always been more of a multiplayer guy, and yet I never really gave Dead Space 2's multiplayer a chance. Now with Dead Space 3, there is co-op on it, which I haven't tried yet. I'm going to get some footage of that up there for those of you who haven't downloaded the demo yet. I'm assuming the demo is available on all formats. It may not be, but I'm assuming that it is. It's not that important in the demo, but when the full game comes, you'll be advised to pick up every single thing that you can, because you can use those to modify your weapons, improve their fire rate, damage, etc, etc. And you can even create weapons from scratch using various different components. I did manage to get a look at a chainsaw, which is pretty sweet. Not as good as the chainsaw in Gears of War though. It's kind of fun to use, but it's not as visceral. Is that the right way to pronounce that? Is it visceral or visceral? Visceral kind of sounds right. I really should check up on the words that I'm going to use before I do these kind of videos. But sue me, I am who I am. Now we're coming up to one of the bits of the game that I don't really like. Now that L is a bit intrusive, but I'm assuming that you can turn those off when you're used to that sort of thing. But there, pressing that X, you won't be able to turn that off. I don't know what it is, what makes games designers who produce these fantastic games think that mashing a button equates to good gameplay. You know, I don't know what the solution is to these sort of quick time events. Whether it's mashing a button or just pressing a series of buttons. For me, there's nothing that breaks the immersion of a game more than suddenly reminding me that I've got to hold my controller in a different way and stab at a button. It's just not good, guys. What do you guys think about that? Anybody actually like quick time events the way that you have to do them? Or, you know, these stab a button to get through a certain cutscene kind of thing? I don't think they add anything to it, and they actually detract from it because they break that immersion factor. They suddenly remind you that you've got a controller in your hand and you're playing a game. These are some bad dudes. Of course I should have been freezing them, but of course maybe in me I didn't. I was trying to stamp on them, but I don't think it actually works as a melee attack. I was trying it out. Will you stop flapping your arms about and let me shoot you, for crying out loud? There we go. Now come to daddy. Come to daddy. I like doing that. It's the kind of thing where you can put your own little stamp on things. Anyway, I'm going to put some more gameplay of the video of the demo up. Let me know what you think, guys. I don't know how much sort of validity there is to just having a look at a demo, but I suppose if you're limited on your downloads and you'd like to see what it's like, but you don't want to download a huge demo, yeah, I suppose. Anyway, guys, this is it for now. More to come later. This is Muppet out. Bye!